Hey guys, I would like to introduce myself as DJ, your guest uploader for the month of May for the TheManlyPotsies. If you've seen me around on Facebook or something, you may also recognize me as Daryl. I'm Daryl too. And this is my first video I've done publicly speaking about my pots. So I'm excited and happy to be able to share my video with all of you watching on the TheManlyPotsies channel. So it is about 2:30 in the morning on Saturday the 28th, and I'm just laying in bed trying to wind down. I'm sure I'll be going to sleep as soon as this video is over. But I worked all day, and I work tomorrow starting the afternoon. But then I have a 4-day weekend, which I'm definitely looking forward to. But can't really complain. It's not like I do hard labor for a living or something. I work at a call center, so it's a desk job, which obviously is great for pots. But that doesn't mean it's easy. It's definitely hard to get out of bed almost every day. But I have to work, have to deal with some curveballs that life has thrown me. So I push myself every day and try not to think about everything, all my bad symptoms or what I'm feeling, and I just try to keep a positive attitude, and that's what gets me through the day, I guess. So if I can do it, anybody do it. Anybody can do it. Some quick info about me. I am 22 years old. I live in Columbus, Ohio. OH. And I work at the call center for a large, well-known communications company. And they are great with my medical conditions. I have FMLA time set aside for a certain number of days a month, and I take that as I need it, and that definitely helps the working life for someone that has POTS. I have had POTS for a couple months, over 3 years, with about 3.5 years being symptomatic. It took only about 5 or 6 months to actually get diagnosed, but it was during a very bad flare-up where I would pass out every time I stood up, almost immediately. And it took 2 weeks to get diagnosed from that point, and once I started, I want to say Florinuf and Zoloft were the ones that helped me the most. The passing out definitely decreased, and it's been a very long time since I passed out. But I think someone said in the video, it's one of the videos I watched, it's kind of like give and take. I may not pass out anymore, but I struggle on a daily basis with fatigue, lightheadedness, heaviness in the chest sometimes, and of course the heart racing and orthostatic problems. They originally said I had the post-viral infection type of POTS, but more recently in the last year I've been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. POTS came first symptoms-wise, but based on an arthritis positive test I had when I was 16, I'm a POTS doctor, and my doctors came to the conclusion that I had the rheumatoid arthritis kind of sitting quietly first, which brought on the POTS. It made my body more vulnerable to the POTS. And then a couple years later it took for the arthritis to finally show its ugly face. So I do deal with both conditions, RA and POTS. And I'm not here to talk about RA. This is about POTS, of course. But I think I just share that with you because I think you may find it interesting. Because with the research I've done online about POTS, I have yet to meet or see anything online listed that rheumatoid arthritis or any kind of arthritis can bring on POTS. So um, yeah, you may find that interesting. If you happen to know anybody that has RA that caused POTS, let me know, because I would love to talk to someone that has both. Because dealing with both is not easy. They kind of butt heads and they irritate each other pretty much at the same time. So it's pretty much like having two diseases that are constantly in a cat fight. Although they're not cats, they're diseases. So I see Dr. Chilimsky at University Hospitals in Cleveland. It's about 2.5 hours away from me, and he's not well known. Of course, most people talk about Dr. Grubb in Toledo, but you don't really hear about any Cleveland POTS doctors. But they do have an impressive autonomic laboratory. They're the ones that diagnosed me there, and he is a pretty good doctor. So brain fog, it's late, I'm tired. I guess I'll go to the questions part. I don't have everyone's individual questions written down, but a couple I remember. I think it was Zeb that asked, wow. Next time, if I do a video for you guys next time, it's not going to be this late. Zeb asked if you ever wake up to music playing just randomly. No, not really. I have songs stuck in my head all the time, but I don't really wake up from sleep and a song's halfway through. That's kind of funny though. I think I haven't watched everybody's videos. I have not watched all of them, but I think the major discussion this week seemed to be sensory problems in POTS. As you can see, I have the brain fog and trouble speaking when I'm tired, but as far as sensory problems, don't have that. I've been to at least a dozen concerts since being diagnosed with POTS, and concerts don't bother me at all. Of course, as long as I'm not on a floor seat where I have to stand the whole time, that would be a different story. But if I have a nice seat, nice view, and can sit the majority of the time, I'm usually okay. The loud sounds and bass and things like that don't really flare me up. If I get too into the concert though, if I enjoy myself too much, I won't feel really my symptoms during the concert, of course, because of the adrenaline rush. But there's been a couple of times when I walked out of the venue and the adrenaline wears off, and it's bad. It's bad. But I enjoy going to concerts. It's one of my favorite pastimes. So I don't ever really regret going if I do have a night like that. I think that's really all. I need to go to bed. I just had to get this video done because I'll be sleeping in and then have to go right to work tomorrow. But thank you for watching. Hope it was enjoyable somewhat. And hopefully I will be doing more videos with you guys soon. Just a guest right now, but I'm more than willing to fill in my videos whenever necessary. And